Hi Gary.
Hi.
I've been doing YouTube videos for around about 4 years and under the name Damp Sam. And last night I was out and about and somebody asked me for my picture. First time I've been asked that.
That's awesome.
Any advice for people coming up and asking you for your picture? I love the show.
I love you back, brother. My advice is to never, ever, ever. I took 2 pictures yesterday out in dinner, and the people that were with me who are close, it was the VCR Group. My partner's in the partner, that's how I have a fresh new hat. I was out with the VCR guys last night. Big shout out to the people that went to the Miami events for Fly Fish Club. I took 2 photos, kind of like came while we were eating dinner. So it was like more, I would say skews a hair more towards interruption, but very sweet, the best. But like, definitely not like out and about, like actually interruption style more. But again, incredibly sweet, both groups. And the observation for Capon was, he was just so happy because he's like, man, you still, after all this time, are just so happy, joyous. He's like, never lose that. And I'm like, I won't. It's back to the first question, intent, or the third question, intent, right? My advice on how to deal with it is to never let it not be flattering. Never, ever, ever let it not be flattering. The fact that another human being wants to go out of their way of what they're up to at that exact second to stop and take a picture with you because you mean something to them, that is profound and humbling, and something that I could never understand how, even the instances where I haven't loved the tone or tonality, and I'm looking at D-Rock because he's been there a lot, I still don't know how to convert that into a negative. You know, I'm more compassionate, empathetic of like, I hope that person's okay or everything's good, but yeah. I like the person that was pushing you in the back the other day.
Yeah.
Very aggressive. D-Rock almost got beat up.
You remember your first moment like that?
I don't. It happened early because with Wine Library TV, it happened in 2006, right? And it was weird. I think when it first started happening, where somebody thought I was cool, was happening inside my wine store. Mm-hmm. So the context was weird. Yeah. It was like within my own domain, kind of like. So yeah, I don't really recall. And I don't recall because it kind of goes back to the ears thing. Like, because I didn't think I was anything, like it's like, it doesn't register.
Yeah, you still don't register a lot of that.
I don't think so, right?
No.
Yeah. I just don't think you should. You know, like I was saying to Ab yesterday, and we were catching up about something, I was like, it's hard for me to hear the booing because I don't hear the cheering. I'm very big on that. I think it really matters. I think it starts at a young age. I've been spending a lot of time on what we cheer for our children become their framework. If we cheer that they're so good looking, they start to find value in their looks and become vulnerable in their 50s and 60s and 70s and 80s. If we cheer for their sports acumen and like they're gonna be a pro and then they're not, they're lost at 22. Here's the scary one. If we cheer about their grades, we teach them to conform to systems that judge them every 90 days. That one scares me to no end. I will definitely be exploring that. This is the first time you've heard it. I'm in the lab working on this one. If we teach our kids to do good every 90 days by the subjective nature of a system, the current academic system, and a subjective notion of the teacher deciding them to give them an A and a B based on class participation, we are teaching them to conform to the system. And then they become those humans. So I think what we cheer for, my mom cheered for 2 things. No, my mom cheered for one thing and then the world cheered for a thing. As a child, I was booed for my sports acumen, my scholastic acumen, and anything else, my look, whatever. And though my mom told me I was the best looking up all the time. But my mom cheered when I was a nice kid, and the world cheered for me when I did business. When I sold lemonade and sports cards, the world told me I was good. My mom told me I was good when I was nice to people, not because of my grades. And I'm a 46-year-old, obnoxiously successful businessman who pushes kindness. I don't think that's by accident. I think for all of us, we need to think about, as managers, as leaders, and definitely as parents, what do you cheer for? I think Vayner has a great culture because I'm more often cheering a C-suite or an SVP for how they handle the situation from an emotional standpoint, more than how much money they brought in.